What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to see if Paul ULIBARRI breaks the top 5 overall in disc golf rankings in South Carolina. I feel most disc golfers compare themselves to pros, whether it is Paul ULIBARRI or at least just their local disc golf pro within their own local scene. And I feel that really messes with your perspective a little bit, as it's kind of unrealistic to kind of just look at them, say they're better, but really, how do you compare to them overall? And I feel like that's what disc golf ratings do. And that's what we're going to be doing in this video. We're going to be doing a complete analysis of the disc golf rankings in South Carolina. And I'm doing a whole bunch of these videos. So if you guys do want me to do it your state, leave a comment down below in the comment section, and we will see if I do your state next. South Carolina has over 3,063 rated disc golfers within the state. So that puts it about top 15 overall in states compared to other states. It is home to one of the most famous disc golf courses in the Winthrop USDGC course, which is kind of really the only major that's kind of stayed the same throughout the entire history of the sport. And it's also home to the College Nationals, which I was lucky enough to go down and play. And when states host big tournaments like that, I feel like it's only right if the state has a deep history in disc golf ratings. And that's kind of what we're going to analyze in today's video. We're going to be analyzing the 2025 disc golf ratings. And to start, we're going to be talking about the top 25 people in the state of South Carolina. And to be in the top 25 in the state of South Carolina, you need to be rated 982, which is a little bit lower than what we've seen in other states. And if you do want to compare, you can compare for yourself on my other videos. So go check out that other videos. I'm not going to kind of give too many spoilers away. And I'll throw up the list of the top 25 names over here on my right-hand side. And we're going to have to figure out what Paul ULIBARRI is ranked in a minute here. As we can see, there's a couple of notable names that kind of really pop out to me at the beginning. We have Alan Vasquez, who is number 22 overall. And I know he is playing Amateur Worlds last year. And I don't know if he's fully committed to playing pro yet, but he's a really solid player. I've got to watch him play when I was at Am Worlds this last year. And then really the only other notable name that's kind of really popping out to me, at least, is we have Ryan Mon, who is at number 6, and he is rated 1018 rated. So to be in the top 6, you have to be 1018 rated, which is absolutely insane to think about. And all right, this is where we get to see where Paul ULIBARRI ranks in the state of South Carolina. He's not at number 5 because we have Braden Sides, who is 1024 rated, and he's the 5th ranked disc golfer in South Carolina. And then at number 4, we have our boy Paul ULIBARRI, who is rated 1025. So he just outpaces Braden by 1 rating point. And then we have Evan Scott, who is just 1 rating point above him at 1026. And then at number 2, we have Micah Groth at 1027. And then the top rated player, which is kind of surprising to me in the state of South Carolina, is Jake Mon. And I know the Mon brothers have been playing a lot of disc golf on the pro scene. I know his brother Ryan had one of those crazy years in the AM years where he basically won every big tournament in the amateur division and finally made his way up to the pro scene, which is really cool to see, especially as brothers. And I know they're kind of touring together. So kind of a really cool story to follow there. But next, we're going to talk about what it takes to be in the top 5% in the entire state of South Carolina. And to be in the top 5% overall, you need to be at 954 rated, just the top 5%. And from kind of my experience, that is a little bit lower than what I've seen from other states. So it's kind of interesting to see kind of state by state, but in my opinion, it is a little bit lower, like I said, than other states. And to be in the top 10% overall in South Carolina, you have to be at 937 rated, which again is a lot lower compared to other states. you haven't checked out my Minnesota video, go check that out, because some might think that the ratings in Minnesota might be inflated, especially after watching that video. So you guys are going to have to go watch that video. Especially from that video compared to this video, we're seeing a lot lower number rated players in kind of the state by category. So it's kind of interesting to see. You guys are going to have to kind of go compare for yourself. But to be in the top 25% overall, you need to be 911 rated in the state of South Carolina. And to be in the top 50% overall in all of the disc golfers who have a PDGA rating in the state of South Carolina, you need to be 871 rated. And I feel that's kind of a mark where a lot of disc golfers can at least get to, and it can kind of be a goal for some people, to be in the top 50 or the top 25%. So with this video, you can kind of set those goals and kind of have a numeric way of tracking that goal. And it's kind of a cool way to kind of look at it, like I said, because it really does give you a different perspective, kind of looking at it with that data point to really be able to say, I am better than 50% of the people in South Carolina, kind of by a ratings point. Yeah, it's just really crazy to think about. And if you are from the state of South Carolina and you want to know your exact ranking within the state, leave a comment down below with your PDGA ranking, and I will comment right below that your exact rating within the state. But only if you're subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more of these videos just like this, along with other tournament vlogs along the way. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And now on to my favorite part of the video, or I don't know if I should say my favorite, because I'm not throwing any hate to people, as this is kind of a hot topic, as some might say. But we're going to be going over the lowest rated player in the state of South Carolina. And it is a lot lower than many other states. And I don't want to be throwing any shade towards whoever this is, as it could be a very new person to the sport, or even just a junior who's very young and, like I said, very new to the sport. So I don't want to be throwing any shade toward their way, but the lowest rated player in the state of South Carolina is 308 rated. And if you guys have made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much. I'm actually going to roll some footage of college disc golf and kind of throw that vlog right in here at the end of this video. Had an absolute blast, and I feel like it just didn't get enough grace when I posted it the first time. So if you guys want to stay along for that, it would mean the absolute world to me to see how kind of college disc golf plays out, and kind of the stories and kind of the behind the scenes of college disc golf, as some of you at home may have no idea kind of what goes on within college disc golf. So like I said, I'm going to roll that video right into here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all of those YouTube things. And as always, be nice to yourself. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are at College Nationals here in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Singles day today. We're about to tee off. If you guys haven't checked out the video of our travel day and kind of just fun, we actually went down and played Idlewild. You're gonna have to go check that out. It was an absolute blast playing Idlewild. But today we're playing the USDGC course, a little bit modified, but absolute beautiful course. And last year, if you guys don't know how college singles works, they take the top 16 guys and play a final 9, and we only get to play one round of singles. I think last year you had to shoot about an even or a -1. I think a -2 is kind of going to be our ceiling, so let's shoot for -2. I think it's very reasonable, but I think anywhere from +2 to +6 we're going to be happy with. So as long as we get top 100. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned, and hopefully I'm able to get some actual videos of me throwing out at this beautiful, prestigious course. So you guys stay tuned.
In northern Iowa, please put your hands together for Mr. Travis Willis.
Let's go, Travis. Beat it.
Nate from there.
Nice shot. Come on.
Last on the tee from northern Iowa, Riley Rankin.
All right, so you guys seen it there. Through Blue Zeus, probably top 3 most favorite disc that I used to have in my bag, into the Winthrop Lake. So that's great. Not the best way to start off the tournament. But this is going to be something we're going to do a little bit different in this video. I'm going to chime in, kind of go throughout the round, and kind of show videos throughout the round and kind of analyze it throughout the round, I guess. So yeah, we throw Blue Zeus right into the water, OB. Probably only have about 300 feet left to the basket. Throw a Purple Force, Spike Heiser, put it to about 35 feet. Little jump putt for par, miss that guy. And then we go to hole 2, which is a little bit different of a hole. Again, this is not the original USDGC layout. This hole, you'll see it in our team round. You kind of continue the par 5, throwing from a tee, throw over the water to the actual basket of the par 5, the original par 5. I think hole 6 or 7. So you throw to that basket. I par that hole, and then we go to the beach hole, which you guys are probably familiar with, and I throw a water disc. Perfect shot, absolute perfect out of my hand. I loved it. Smacked it super hard on some Annie, let it skip in, like into the sand, and I was literally like a foot short. So then you proceed to the drop zone, which is probably about a 45, 50 footer kind of downhill. Smack that putt. I'm like, all right, here we go. We're +1, you know, through 3 or 4 holes. We're feeling real good. Then we go to the Triple Mandel hole, probably the most famous hole out there at USDGC. And I'm just laying up. I think I throw forehand zone, get freaky zone, play the jumper, miss that, tap in the par. Then we get to hole 5, probably one of the hardest holes out there. I throw a Heiser Destroyer, gets in about the perfect spot I want. Really just playing this one for par. Then my approach, I throw a Raptor, White Raptor, hits the baseball wall, rolls straight down OB. So horrible shot, but goes OB. So we're throwing for 4 from my shot, put it probably 15 feet, make that putt. So we're +2 already throughout the round. The next hole, they had like the Christmas trees in front of the tee pad, and it was just like a hard par 3. We actually got to play as a pretty easy par 4. Really all you got to do is throw just a backhand straight shot, and then throw into the green from there. I throw my backhand kind of just a little soft. I'm probably about 410 feet away from the basket. And at this point, I'm already +2 at the round. I'm like, we got to go for it. I threw a Flippy Destroyer, put it on a little bit of Annie, and just let it ride. And I thought there was a right to left, and I guess it just kind of went nowhere. So I was probably about 15 feet short of the OB. Got to move up probably another, 150 feet in, chip up, take my bogey from there. And then from there, the next hole is usually like the really hard par 4 where you can either go for it and get the eagle, or you can just lay up and take the easy birdie. We're actually playing from the short pad, just as a simple par 3. I think it's the drop zone for that hole. It's probably like 330 feet. Through just a Spike Heiser, put it to probably 25 feet. The first actual putt we have for birdie. Don't even hit the basket or nothing. Put it to like 25 feet. Again, make that putt. Then we go to the super OB windy hole. Probably, I'd say the second or third hardest hole out there. And for this hole, I'm just laying up to the short landing zone on the left. And then the second shot's really my big shot. I throw a big, probably 380-foot shot, kind of uphill, land it in that landing zone, throw a chip zone, and then just take my par. And then the next 2 holes we're just playing for par, just both super downhill shots, 450 feet, just kind of jump putt and make the putts. And then hole 11 is probably one of the easier holes out there. I put it again short, probably about 35 feet, which is honestly the game plan for that hole. Missed that putt, and then we get to hole 12, and I'll roll that clip.
I love it. With the forehand, I did not.
So that shot put me to about probably 25 feet
And I just do not have a putt at all on the green. The green is so guarded with all of those trees in there. I hit a lot of chains, doesn't stick, and I'm like, all right, we're just not going to get any birdies today, I guess. And then we get to hole 13. I throw my shot, and here's my reaction.
All right, well, pars are good. We got 3 bogeys. We're gonna bogey hole 13. Probably the worst shot of the day. We just completely lost focus. Flipped it up, OB. I guess I just really rolled my wrist over to the left side. Doing the hazard, the park job of a approach, but we're a foot hazard. And we just, horrible shot. It should never be over here. But we're over here and threw a gate shot. I don't know how the boys are playing, but it's gonna put me at a +4 and we're battling. Let's get a birdie.
We end up with a bogey there. And then we make it to the island hole, hole 14 for us, usually hole 17. And I'll roll that clip.
Dude, what a shot. What a shot. I was like, that's even shorter. Dude.
Put that shot to like 30 feet from the basket. Probably one of my favorite shots out there. Put it to 30 feet. Missed that putt. Take a par. And then I gotta watch Cooper tee off on original hole 18. I'll roll that clip.
Sit down. Sit down.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
And then I get to throw hole 18 after a pretty long backup. I put it in the perfect spot off the tee. Kind of put it up short, probably about 55 short. It's an elevated pin. No way I'm running this in a tournament. Lay that up, take my par. And then we go to old hole 1, hole 16 for us, double Mando hole. I'm throwing Benny off the tee. I'll roll that clip.
That's Benny. Yeah, that's a great guess.
See, I hit that log that's right in front. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to lay it up. Throw my putt up, and it lands probably 10 feet short of the basket. Gets up, rolls probably to like 45 feet deep of the basket. And I tell my card mates, I'm like, that was supposed to be a layup. I'm still up because I'm horrible at disc golf. Smack that putt for par. So we're making par putts. I guess that's what matters. And then we have the really hard to birdie par 3 uphill. Just take a par on that hole, pretty simple. And then we have hole 18, which is the really hard par 4. It's actually a par 5 for us. And I roll my drive on that shot. So yeah, that puts me in actually a really good spot off the tee. I throw Flippy Raptor dead straight, puts me at the bottom of the hill right before the Mando. Great shot. And for some reason, I cannot execute this next shot. I throw Raptor. It's probably only about 225 feet out, but you kind of got to play for like a skip or a big hyzer shot. I throw Raptor, puts me to like 35 feet, miss that putt, make the comeback. And yeah, we finished at +4, which finished at 967. So nothing to be ashamed of, especially with all the OB. Just really sucked not to get a birdie the entire round, especially at the USDGC course. Obviously, they're really hard holes, and it's not really easy to play for par on some of the holes. So I'll take a +4. As I said at the beginning of the rounds, anywhere from like, I think I said +2 to +6, and I'm at in the middle. So +4, I believe that put me at tied 77th, and in the top 77 players, I was the only person not to get a birdie. So that definitely sucks, but I had a lot of opportunities to get the birdies, and I just didn't capitalize. And yeah, we just hang out at the Airbnb right after our singles round, get ready for the team round at the USDGC course tomorrow, and I'll roll all those clips now. I got a video there. And just some fun moments with the team and the guys. Larry Bird. So yeah, we're actually able to keep stats the entire time as well. And I'll just kind of go over those as just kind of a recap and not really go through all of the holes. Overall, we got 9 birdies and bogeyed 2 holes. So I'll throw up the scorecard down here below. And we got 15 out of 19 fairways. We are in C2 in regulation 14 out of 18 times. And we're 100% from C1, which is great, especially in doubles, and you probably should be in doubles. But from C2, we were 0 for 7. Yeah, C2 putts were not working for us. And our longest putt was 32 feet, which in doubles on a course like that, yeah, you're going to need more to move up the leaderboard, especially in D1. We had 4 OB strokes, luckily only 2 bogeys though. Yeah, that really about sums it up. Overall, I think, so after round 1, we were in 24th place. And then yeah, after our doubles round at Winthrop, we moved down 1 spot to 25th place. So our 2 bogeys were, I mean, all we had to do was throw it in bounds, and it's the easiest part of our lives, especially in doubles, which would have put us in the top 20 going into our 3rd round at Camp Cannon. But what can you do? After our team round at Winthrop, we actually went and played a doubles round, just like a random dubs with just the team, at a really cool course. I'll pop it up here. I can't remember it off the top of my head. It's like a really short course, but wooded. Beautiful course, great fairways, lots of fairness to it. But yeah, roll those clips that I got when we were playing doubles at that course. going towards the end there. Travis hit a really nasty putt on hole 18. That's probably like 50, 60 feet away, so that was pretty sweet, but pretty abnormal round for us. Really didn't feel like it was a great round at all. So we were in 25th place and we moved up 3 spots to 22nd. So really one of our biggest goals heading into this last round was just to get in that top 20. And currently we're just 1 stroke behind top 20. So that's going to be the goal going into tomorrow. We kind of chill for the night, get up real early, caddy for the D2 guys, and then get ready for our round at Camp Canaan for the final day. And yeah, I'll roll those. Just taking it all in, as that is actually my last college event that I'll be able to play with the team, so I was just taking it all in and just kind of being in the moment. But that last round actually was better than our previous round. The 3rd round, we actually ended up shooting a -7, which was 1 stroke better. We did not bogey any of the holes as well, so that was pretty sweet. We were 4 for 4 for scrambling. We were 14 for 15 from C1, and still were not able to make any C2 putts. With us shooting a little bit hotter that last day, we're actually able to move up to 18th place. So we're actually a top 20 team in the nation. So that's something to be pretty proud of, I guess. And yeah, it's pretty cool to think about. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. You guys are gonna have to let me know in the comment section down below if you kind of like this style where I kind of show a video, kind of chime in, and then let me know what you thought of my singles round down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things, and yeah, thank you guys so much for staying this long video, but it's probably one of my most favorite ones to edit and film. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and yeah, you guys know the drill. Be nice to yourself.